One of the most common questions I get from nonprofit leaders is, should I allow employees and volunteers to drive their personal vehicles on behalf of my operations? And that's actually being kind when I say it that way. Sometimes they're just letting me know that's what's happening so that I can deal with it. So let me help you think through the components of this risk so that you're taking care of your organization. I totally recognize that in order to run some nonprofit organizations, you can't have a full fleet of vehicles. You don't have the money. You are going to lean on employees and volunteers driving their personal vehicles. Let's talk about how to do that safely. First off, recognize that even though you don't own the vehicles, you have a fleet of vehicles and you're responsible for them. And if they get into a bad accident, it's going to come back on you. Make sure that those individuals are signing off on this and that they understand the risks. It's important to explain to them and make sure that they know that if they get in an accident, their personal auto insurance is going to respond first. Your insurance is going to respond second, assuming that it's going to respond the way you want it to. So let's talk about the next part, which is how much insurance should you be requiring of the employee or volunteer? You need to be requiring $100,000 bodily injury per person, $300,000 bodily injury per accident, and $100,000 of property damage per accident in the situation. If they don't provide that to you, don't let them drive, because that is your protection, that's your buffer, and a lot of insurance companies, they won't even drop down below that, which could leave you hanging a pretty bad bag of cash trying to pay for it. Also, clarify how these individuals are supposed to be driving their personal vehicles on the behalf of your organization. Do you want them delivering meals? Do you want them transporting individuals? Or are they just supposed to be driving from one case to another? If you don't give some clarity, people are going to bend the rules. Next, develop a system to keep track of people's personal auto insurance. In case you're not human, some people forget to pay their bills, or they lower their auto insurance limits, or they change their auto insurance, and they do something and they just don't tell you. So you've got to have the systems in place to track it. So these are all important components of making sure that if your employees and volunteers are driving on behalf of your organization, that you're properly protecting yourself. If this is making you ask some questions about your insurance program, and you'd like to talk to somebody with experience in your field, please reach out to us and request a quote at www.bitnerhenry.com. I'm Daryl Henry with Bitner Henry Insurance Group, and we serve those who serve others.